Good to meet you too.
You've been working in a lot of characters like Evie in The Village or Healy, The Help, and Hereafter, and Spider-Man 3, and a lot. So why did you decide to get part of Jurassic World, and how?
Well, I had a Skype meeting with Colin Trevorrow, the co-writer and director of Jurassic World, in March of 2013. And I was so excited because Jurassic Park was probably the most important movie that I watched as a child. It's certainly my most memorable, my earliest and most memorable theatrical experience. I was 12 years old when the original movie was released. And so when I talked to Colin, knowing that he was the director of Jurassic World, I was so excited just to hear kind of what he was thinking, just as a fan. And he in that meeting, he described the premise for Jurassic World, which is that it's now 22 years since the original film, and the park is open. It's a fully operational theme park, 20,000 visitors every single day. And he described the character that I ultimately ended up playing, Claire, and said, you know, and she runs the park. I remember being on that call with him and just thinking, oh my gosh, this is a kind of just an incredible opportunity all around. And so it was after that point that after we spoke a few weeks later, he called me, and he was in Hawaii and at the top of a mountain. And he said, you know, Bryce, I've been thinking about it since we had our call, and you know, you felt like family when we spoke, and so I would like to invite you into the Jurassic World family. And you know, that just meant so much to me.
Did you have to study something about dinosaurs or or something like that?
Well, I cannot claim to be any kind of a dinosaur expert. I have a little bit of a leg up because I have an 8-year-old son who does consider himself an expert, and is always very fed up with me that I can never pronounce anything. But yeah, I mean, it was so cool to kind of imagine the what if of this story. You know, what if the park was open and it was working, and what would that look like, and what would that experience as a visitor be like? And those are all things that we as an audience get to experience when we watch Jurassic World. And then, you know, like any good Jurassic movie, everything falls apart.
So Claire, your character, has to run and make a lot of things physical with the shoes. So it was complicated, or did you get used to make these things?
Yes. So in Jurassic World, my character is in heels, and she stays in heels the entire movie, even though there's a lot of running in the jungle in the mud. I went to the Paris premiere last night, and I was with my mom, and she saw the movie for the first time, and she said afterwards that she was more scared of me running in heels than of the dinosaur. She just kept being like, "Oh, she's gonna fall! My daughter's gonna fall." But I think that the heels in so many ways sort of represented my character and my character's journey. And when you first meet her, she's very buttoned up and rigid and myopic and controlled, and she's in this kind of pristine white outfit. And then as the story evolves, so does she, and she ends up in the jungle and kind of gets stripped away and is vulnerable and dirty and sweaty and sort of loses everything, but she keeps the heels. And so I was sort of like, that's her strength, that's her power, that's her feminine power.
Do you have a favorite scene?
I think the favorite scene that I shot was when we got to work with an animatronic dinosaur. That was awesome.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Thank you very much.